Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, and honored guests. My name is Todd Fitzpatrick, Associate Dean of the UNLV College of Fine Arts. Tonight, we welcome you to our 4th annual UNLV Art Walk, hosted by the College of Fine Arts and co-sponsored by our dear friend, Susan N. Houston. Susan. Thank you. First of all, thank you to our amazing School of Music performers, as well as our stilt walkers for helping lead you here tonight. Also, a huge thank you to music professor Dr. Diego Vega for composing the beautiful fanfare you just heard. Dr. Vega, are you here? And thank you to our wonderful student performers. You did an excellent job. Well done. Tonight is meaningful on many levels. Of course, we are beyond pleased this evening to be gathered together once again to honor the artists and art lovers of Southern Nevada. It's been a trying year and a half for many people, and just to celebrate together once again is very special. In addition, tonight we have the great pleasure of commemorating the 40th anniversary of UNLV's most famous sculpture, the Flashlight. Since 1981, our Flashlight has served as a beacon to artists and artist educators in Southern Nevada. Its presence and what it has represented the past 40 years is great cause for celebration, especially in times such as these. We have a lovely and brief program planned for you tonight. Up first, to read an excerpt from American poet Amanda Gorton's inaugural poem, The Hill We Climb, is UNLV second-year MFA theater student in performance, Deseree Whitt. Deseree.
When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade, as we brave the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace, and the norms and notions of what just is isn't always justice. And yet, the dawn is ours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. But yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine. But that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gaze, not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony to all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true. That even as we grieved, we grew. That even as we hurt, we hoped. That even as we tired, we tried. That we'll forever be tied together and victorious. Not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again sow division. We will not march back to what was. But one thing is certain. If we merge mercy with might, and might with right, then love becomes our legacy and change our children's birthright. So let us leave behind a country better than the one we were left. Every breath from my bronze-pounded chest, we will raise this wounded world into a wondrous one. We will rise from the golden hills of the West. We will rise from the Northwest. We will rise where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked south. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. And every known nook of our nation, and every corner called our country, our people diverse and beautiful, will emerge battered and beautiful. When day comes, we step out of the shade of flame and unafraid. The new dawn balloons as we free it. For there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it.
Thank you, Deseree. Beautiful and powerful. Thank you. Please, now let's welcome Dr. Nancy J. Usher, our Dean of the College of Fine Arts, to the podium. Dr. Usher.
Thank you all for being here tonight so that we can be together. I want to thank Deseree for her beautiful performance. I want to thank Susan Houston for her generosity, Todd Fitzpatrick for being our MC, and shortly after I speak, we're very grateful to have our president with us today as well. Good evening to our friends and neighbors who have joined us here tonight for this very special celebration. We couldn't be more pleased to see such enthusiasm and support from our Southern Nevada community. Your presence here signals a vibrant return to the arts in Las Vegas. It is a vitality that not even a pandemic could shake. It is an art restart. Tonight we celebrate not only our 4th annual Art Walk, which we are so pleased to bring back to you all, but as you've heard already, also the 40th anniversary of our beautiful flashlight sculpture. A little bit of history here. The flashlight was designed and built by the very famous sculptors Klaus Oldenburg and Coosje van Bruggen. It stands 38 feet tall, and as Ms. van Bruggen told a Los Angeles Times reporter in 1988, that while aboard a plane over Las Vegas, the city seemed, quote, a small patch of light in a vast desert darkness. A flashlight seemed to be the proper symbol for that beacon of light in the desert. She was right. The flashlight has been and continues to be a beacon for all of our UNLV family, and especially to our student artists, our artist educators, and a community who knows UNLV is synonymous with great knowledge and with the arts. We thank you all so very much for joining us tonight. And now it gives me great pleasure to welcome our wonderful UNLV president, Dr. Keith Whitfield.
Well, good evening. Aren't you excited to be here? All right, good evening. Yeah, we'll work on it. It is so wonderful to be here with you this evening. It's an honor to be here with you to celebrate the 4th annual UNLV Art Walk and the 40th anniversary of the Flashlight. Our UNLV Art Walk started in 2017 as a way to recognize and celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Marjorie Barrick Museum of Art, and was so incredibly popular, Dean Usher, in her infinite wisdom, made sure that we made it an annual event. And what an event it has become. Our attendance has increased exponentially, and we are so honored and proud to bring the community to our beautiful campus for this annual celebration. Now, an annual celebration usually means every year, and last year was a different sort of year. So we're not gonna even count that one. It's good to be here this year. It's good to see the energy that you all bring to our campus and to this exciting event this evening. The arts are a great connector of people and cultures and ideas. The flashlight symbolizes this connection, lighting the path for artists to create a better world through their gift. Tonight, we commemorate the 40th anniversary of this striking sculpture and celebrate our art restart. Thank you once again for joining us, and now it's time to light the flashlight.
The moment we've been waiting for. The time has come for us to light the flashlight to commemorate its 40th anniversary. To help us light our flashlight, we ask that you please turn off your flashlights just for a moment as Dean Usher and President Whitfield are here at the podium to do the honors. So, we have a giant light switch here. So let's have a countdown and light all of our flashlights together. Join us in celebrating our beacon of light. So everyone, please help us count down together. And here we go. And in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare to conclude tonight's remarks, I would like to thank you again for joining us and for the generous support of our co-presenting sponsor, Susan N. Houston. Thank you to our sponsors, all of the chefs and restaurants here tonight, and the UNLV students performing during this event's Art Walk. Before we let you go back to exploring the rest of what Art Walk has to offer, though, let's enjoy this final celebration performance by our outstanding College of Fine Arts Department of Dance as we pay tribute to this iconic symbol, our beacon of light in the desert, the flashlight.